general layout. So blast furnace is the main unit where you are converting your iron ore into hot metal or this steel. So for that, the inputs are, you are talking about this coal and coke. So coal, you cannot, this metallurgical coal that we are sourcing from the overseas sources, that cannot be used directly in the blast furnace. That has to be converted into coke, and that is being done in our coke ovens, coke oven batteries. We have got our agglomeration unit, because iron ore lumps you can use directly in the blast furnace, but fines you cannot use directly in the blast furnace. So you have to go for agglomeration process. That is, either you go for the sinter plant. Most of our plants are having the sinter plant facilities. And of late, we have started using pellets also. That is also a form of agglomeration. But because we are not having any pellet making facility, we are sending our iron ore fines to pellet manufacturers, and in turn, we are getting converted pellets from these pellet manufacturers. So all these things goes into the blast furnace, and we get hot metal. Hot metal is not as pure one, so it got impurities like your coke. This carbon percentage is high. You have got silicon, you have got sulfur, phosphorus, all the impurities. So in the basic oxygen furnace, we are refining those iron, and after that you are getting the final this output, the crude steel you are getting, that you are processing in a different step, and that goes to the customer as a finished product, either all steel products as a final steel products is going. And whatever scrap is generated in the process, you are recycling it back through your basic oxygen furnace. So it's a general incoming and outgoing, the inbound and outgoing logistics is a normal steel plant. So like in our case, we have got different sources. Mines are our captive mines. We have got our overseas suppliers who is supplying coal mainly, because metallurgical coal, the sources of metallurgical coals in India is not, that coal that they are supplying is not up to the mark. So we have to use, major chunk of our this imports is from overseas imports. So we are getting our coal from 5-6 countries like Australia, USA, they are the major exporter. We are also getting some coal from Mozambique. We have got our joint venture company there, ICVL, we are having at Mozambique. We are getting coal from Indonesia. We are now, of late, we have started getting coal from Russia also. A major chunk of coal is coming from Russia of late. And for that, we have got our rail logistics. Our rail coefficient is very high. It is plus 90%. So we are relying on this road, this rail network only for our transportation, both for our raw materials and the finished goods. Now, of course, and for this delivery part, both rail and road are being used to reach out to the customers. So it's a coal consumption and production, and it's sectoral breakup. So our total coal consumption, projected coal consumption in 2025 is around 1220. Out of that, 209 is the import. I think this year, this import figure is slightly more. It is around 266 million ton in the last 23-24. And our concern is the steel manufacturing. Our coal consumption around 7% of the total lot. So coming to SAIL plants, coking coal consumption in SAIL plants, presently it is around 21 million ton. And because we are embarking upon a very ambitious growth plan, so it will be around 35 million ton in 2030-31, and coking coal requirements will be around 33 million ton, and most of it will be sourced from overseas sources, and around 10 million ton from our indigenous sources. Out of that, 3 million ton will be from our own captive mines, and balance 7 from CIL. So coal has got multiple use in steel industry, like coking coal we are using for charging in the blast furnace in the form of coke. PCI and CDI, when a pulverized coal injection, we are injecting some coal directly in the blast furnaces. That gives some operational and cost economy. Coal for production of DRI through rotary kilns. Thermal coal for captive power generation, we have got our captive units. Lignite and anthracite coal also are used, but mostly we are using bituminous coal for this metallurgical coal purpose. So coke plays a very vital role in steel making. It has got multiple functions inside the blast furnace. What are those functions? It needs, because this steel making is a pyrometallurgical process, so fuel to produce the added heat that is being supplied by this coke it acts as a reducing agent because iron ore, it is in the form of oxide, it has to be reduced, and that reductant is your coke that provides the CO, C, and the carbon monoxide gas is the main reactant, this reductant. And it gives a permeable support because it's a gases are generated inside the blast furnace, and just to give an easy path to these gases so that your chemical reaction takes place quickly. So we have got, you need some permeable support, and that is being given by this porous coke. Byproducts from the coke ovens are used in the chemical industry, and also the byproduct gas are used as a fuel in our down the line, this finishing mill operations. Certain quality issues are there with our Indian coking coals. That's why we are switching over to the imported source. It has got high S content, low, my CIL friends are here, low coking properties, low vitrinite and high inerts, and low washability potential. For that, only because of these drawbacks, we are using only 15% of this indigenous coal, and rest 85% we are sourcing from outside. It's a comparison of the different properties, and just I'm skipping this slide. Percentage of coking coal in the this blend, we are using mostly this Australian hard coal, that is around 43% in the blend. We are using a blend of different type of coals, and that is being charged in the blast furnace, this coke ovens, to get our coke, which can meet the requirement of the blast furnace. So 43% is a US hard. And as such, 63% hard coking coal we are using, and 22% soft coking coal. And altogether, it is 86% imported coal, and rest 13.7% is our indigenous coal. So based on the above, SAIL has made some futuristic logistic vision with a set of priorities. What are these priorities? So optimize logistic costs. We are talking about the cost. Cost of logistics as such in steel sector is quite high. It is in the range of 16 to 18%. We have to bring it down to be competitive with our overseas, because steel industry is a very competitive one. Many players are there, both indigenous and overseas manufacturers are there. Improve modal mix. I've told you our share of this rail logistics is 90%, because we are aiming for a sustainable transition. So we want to venture into this water transport also, that is coastal and inland water shipping. Maintain optimized inventory level, because inventory is a blocking of your money. So we want to maintain the optimum level of inventory both at our ports and plants. Immunity against geopolitical disturbances, that I'll discuss later on, because you know the geopolitical conditions are not very good, and because we have to import lot of coal from outside, we have to be immune against these geopolitical disturbances. Customer orientation and sustainability.
Take another 2 minutes.
Achha. Okay. So what are the logistic challenges for SAIL? So some of the logistic challenges are uncertainty in the supply of raw material, because it is an overseas challenge source. And of course, other points, that is high cost of bulk shipment. Ports are not fully mechanized. Only 50% are more than 50% are handled in manual bus. Inadequacy in the IR rigs. Though rigs are being inducted, but that is not in tandem with our GDP growth. Congested rail tracks, and for that, DFCs and these things are coming up. Traditional road transport, waterways are not fully developed, and alternate bulk material transport not considered. And opportunities are already there. So CLI has made a very ambitious plan of making 1,500 MTPA by 2030, and evacuation plan is also there. That will definitely going to give a boost to our coal logistics. And international trend is also railway transport is a sustainable economy, because it's a more sustainable one. And again, we are going for international north-south corridors we are going for. And that is around 7,500 kilometers long. That is a multimodal transport system. And we are planning to have some cargo through that route also from Russia. It's a coal logistics change. Comparative analysis costs, and Indian Railways has taken some good initiative like electrification. They have introduced technology, strategic partnership they have made with different industries. National logistic plan also, they are having very ambitious plans are there. Economic railway corridor programs are there, and safety auto signaling system, anti-collision devices, and that those are being introduced in phases. This is national logistic plan, and the aim is 100% electrification, multi-tracking. These things, I think, part is covered in last presentation also. And some of the projects that is aimed for easing out the logistic problem of this steel sector only, like Nagar, Banspani, these lines, then Talcher, Gopalpur line. These things are new lines, and this will definitely, a lot many new projects are coming up in eastern sector because in the Chakradharpur division, and that will definitely ease out the congestion and other problems related with rail logistics in this sector, because all the steel plants are clustered in this sector only. Some logistic initiatives SAIL has also taken, that superior relations, the supplier relationship management. We have gone for superior relationship management. We have gone for this holistic optimization model. We have taken the help of IT-enabled technologies, and so that our chartering and port plant linkages are optimized, so that our plants get the right quality of coal, right quantity of coal at the best price, maintaining the optimum level of inventory both at port and plants. Long-term contracts with ports and tiering agencies we have done. Real-time visibility we have introduced. IoTs and RFIDs. Immunity against geopolitical differences. We are taking certain steps, like we are maintaining buffer quantities at different tier. We are taking the alternate routes and alternative source. We have brought some flexibility in our operation, and that has given some this headway in this direction. And even during this Gulf, this Red Sea crisis and Ukraine war, we could bring the cargo from Russia and USA seamlessly. Strategic intervention and availability of rakes. For that, we have introduced GPWS and LSFTO rakes. Internal railroad network we are improving. We are going for this tandem tipplers. We have introduced some expert agencies for studying the weakness of our internal railway network, because it's a old plant, 1960s, most of the plants are, and all the expansions are brownfield expansions, so we have to have some studies of our weaknesses, and Mrs. Wright is undertaking this study, and that is at the verge of completion. And lastly, and we have to make our future-ready workforce. Climate change is the biggest challenge, and gradual switch from this fossil fuel to alternate fuel, that is a must. We have to gradually switch over to the renewable energy, nuclear power, hydrogen biomass, and geothermal energy, and that is a must. And new technologies coming out, this automation, Industry 4.0, AI intervention, and that needs a pool of future-ready workforce. And we are undertaking different training and workshops to make our this workforce ready to adopt those new technologies, so there is a seamless transition, and it's a must. And I conclude with a very powerful word from Robert Swan, the legendary English expeditionist. He told, the greatest threat to our planet is our belief that someone else will come and save us. Nobody is going to save us. We have to come out of this syndrome, and we have to